with an approval rating at just 45%, President Obama continues to push his 2012 fiscal budget, even going public during a town hall meeting on Facebook this week. The budget has a lot of cuts and, of course, some controversy, especially over his call to increase taxes on the wealthy. Republicans say this is the worst thing he could do and argue it will actually hinder economic growth. Our D.C. insider and political commentator Armstrong Williams joins us via Skype this morning for our Washington Wrap. Good morning, Armstrong.
Good morning, Megan.
Now, President Obama says Americans must share the burden of reducing that long-term budget deficit. Will raising the wealthy's taxes actually help?
You know, President Obama, despite his just continuous ineptitude as a leader, has really proven himself to be a very adept and shrewd politician. He realizes, Megan, people have such short memories when it comes to demagoguery, and he rails against demagoguery one week, and then the next week, just like when on Facebook, his press conferences, he fully engages in demagoguery, and nobody in the mainstream media pulls him on the carpet. The president has fully engaged in demagoguery with this thing, and what it is, Megan, it is class warfare. He recognizes that there are far more people in this country with moderate incomes than those that have wealth. And what he's doing is alienating and dividing America. The president knows if he were to tax every wealthy person in America, every rich person, it would not make a dent in the deficit, would not make a dent in the budget. The president knows, because he's a smart man, that in order to do something about deficit reduction, you've got to go and look at and take a hard look about where you're going to cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, welfare, and entitlement programs. Unless entitlement programs are on the agenda, that's where the real fat, that's where the real money is that needs to be cut in order to cut the deficit.
Well,
and
Armstrong,
the president is not willing to do it.
Let me ask you one question here. Let me ask you a question here about actually if they were to raise these taxes for the wealthy, and maybe it would help reduce the deficit, but Republicans are saying it's actually going to hurt the economy. How would that happen? Why are they fearful of that?
Well, when you talk about the wealthy, you actually talk about people that create jobs. They're the engine of our economy. If you start taxing them, they're already saddled with the President Obamacare. If you continue to tax them, they're going to do one or two things. Many of them are going to go out of business because remember, Megan, they're small size and medium businesses with 5 or 6 employees. And to save themselves from going out of businesses, they're going to cut payroll. They're going to cut part-time workers. They're going to cut full-time workers. And as this economy continues to plummet into the abyss of economic disaster, they will have no choice. And in order for companies to feel good about themselves, they must feel good that they have incentives to hire people, where they have tax write-offs, the incentive to bring people on board and not burdened by health care and other issues that the president is imposing at the moment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Happy Easter weekend.
You too.